It really affected me a lot more deeply than I expected.
It needs to be this perpetual motion of creativity, and we need to be the driving force. Hanging on your wall
I'd
or
like
something?
to keep the shark bite briefcase.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, we're here to review The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
As requested by Clary Berry a couple of videos ago.
Thank you for this recommendation. I watched this movie when it first came out, and I kind of forgot how great it was.
Yeah, I saw a small bit of it when you were watching it, I think. And it was at that scene where they were waiting next to the camera for the leopard.
Oh, okay.
And it hit me, but I was distracted by something, so I moved away. But I hadn't seen the rest of the movie until now, so... Thank you, Clary.
We took that recommendation and we had a wonderful time. So if you are unaware, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty was originally a novel, and it was adapted for the screen way back in 1947, and it was starring Danny Kaye as Walter Mitty, and it was called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
He played a bit of it before we watched this version. I'm gonna be honest, the way that he would go off and dream, and he had that cute little face, I got a crush on him with the few moments that I saw him on screen. I don't even know the rest of his story yet. I'm gonna have to watch this later. Look at him. He's cute. He's adorable. There's nothing menacing about this guy. He's totally approachable.
Yeah, he was a song and dance man back in the 40s and a huge star. No one remembers who he is because everybody's old and dead now, but he was a big deal. That story is very different. He works for a publishing company that does pulp fiction novels.
I like that. I like that little touch that he's like working on the stuff that he wants to do.
Yeah, he's surrounded by all these fantasy pulp novels and these crazy painted covers.
I love that they show the process of that too. As an artist, okay, it takes a very long time to make pieces of artwork, and the fact that they showed how those things were done. This isn't even the movie that we were supposed to watch.
It's a prelude.
It is, but it's great because that does take a long time, and sometimes you do have to work through the kinks. That was good.
Yeah. So the links that we have from that one to the remake is that Walter Mitty works for a corporation and he daydreams a lot. And in his daydreams, he's doing some amazing heroic thing.
Yeah.
Or he's the man.
Yeah, and all of them are like just slightly silly. Like you can't fully take it seriously because he's not the full macho man and he's really awkward. So funny.
In the remake that came out in 2013, it is a bit of a different animal. It's a little less cutesy. It's more fantasy drama, but still a comedy somehow.
Yeah, they had a weird mix, but it came together well.
It did. I mean, he knows how to play awkward very well.
Very, very much so. He looks like he's like he's just going to implode.
He's incredibly uncomfortable in his own skin. You know, he wants to do things and he just feels like inhibited and he just can't. In his fantasies, he's this heroic adventurer and a bit of a romantic, I'd say, too.
Yeah, in a lot of his fantasies, his mind was just crafting all of these different scenarios where he could swoon her over as like, you're cute. Go talk to her.
All right, so let's talk about the strengths of the movie. The number one is the cinematography. My God, is it gorgeous.
Yeah, I love the way that they were like revealed words. I almost couldn't catch them because I was so mesmerized by how they revealed them, you know?
Right, so they put the titles and text that's important to the story in the landscape of what they shot. And so some of the words are revealed while you're watching it on buildings or
on the side of a mountain. That one caught me off guard. I was just so amazed that they did that I forgot to read it.
And the screen is so wide. It's 2.35, so it's the widest widescreen you can get. Even on a big TV that we watched on, it was still like...
Yeah, squint.
I mean, shout outs to the cinematographer. It's just absolutely astounding. The soundtrack is also great. It's kind of got that mid-2000s groove. Yeah,
this was just so much fun.
It was fun, and it was beautiful, and it was sweet.
I like that it had a good, strange mixture of silly and deep. They had moments where they held on to a feeling or something like that, and it was obvious that the way that he was changing his life, obviously he was daydreaming less because he he was just making...
He was living more.
Yeah, he was living more. He was making his own reality something that he could focus on. Yeah. And it was fulfilling him. It was changing him for the better. Especially, I could not get over that one scene where he's giving the cake to the warlords.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd assume that that's something that he would be daydreaming, but no, okay. It actually happened.
Right. Like, you got attacked by a shark?
Yeah.
It's like, that really happened?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's just beautiful and, dare I say, winsome. Yeah, it just kind of draws you in. It's got a quiet delight to it.
Yeah, it does.
The story goes that he's in charge of all of the negatives. Back in the day, you would shoot a roll of negatives and then you would get that processed and then you make prints off of the negative. So the original negative has the best quality. And so in it, he got a bunch of stills from this famous photographer who in the movie is played by Sean Penn. One of them is missing and he cannot find it. And of course, that's the one that they want to put for the final cover of Life magazine because it's going from print to digital. And this movie was made during that time where a lot of magazines were closing down their print publication and becoming digital. So he's got new bosses that are coming in who basically, they acquired the company.
They're just taking everything and...
They're doing what corporations do, which is you acquire and then you fire. The guy who does it is a jerk. Toward the end of the movie, Ben Stiller's character is getting his severance package, and I was noting to you that that actor is currently in a show called Severance. Honestly, it's about sort of the same thing where you go to the corporate job and then when you go there, your mind is completely wiped of your private life and you are just a worker. So he's played both sides. So in this one, he's the jerk. In that one, he's the lead. So he's kind of like the Ben Stiller character there. It's relatable because everybody has worked in a job that...
sucks the life out of them.
Right. You know, if you notice, the color palette at the beginning of the movie is extraordinarily gray.
Yeah, that drove me nuts.
But that's part of the artistry of the movie, because as you see the movie, colors start popping up. And especially I noticed when he is visiting...
new places.
Well, new places, but also Kristen Wiig, who is the love interest in this movie. Her apartment and everything about that, it's all very colorful. And so it's kind of letting you know that light and life are with this lady. Yeah. And she's a little awkward too, but she's so sweet.
She's understanding his awkwardness.
But yeah, I miss movies like this. What's interesting is this was no small movie when it came out. Do you know how much it cost to make this movie at the time? $90 million. Holy cow. It made 183, so it made twice back. So in movie math, it probably just broke even. But, you know, it's one of those hidden gems.
Yeah, it is.
And you'll be surprised how much you connect with it because it's very relatable. You know, if you feel like you're just a cog in the machine.
As we all do.
You can be the hero of your own story in daydreams, but you can watch this and realize that maybe you can work toward make it real. Yeah, work toward your dreams.
I was thinking about when he was skating and he used his tie to wrap the rocks on his hands.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was a little kid and I saw like movie logic and animated characters logic that I would try some of the things safely, but they would never work. So I was thinking of like the tie wrapped around his hands and it just flies off while he's still skating and like, oh, oh shoot, I lost it.
You know, I just thought about this. One of our other videos was on the movie Rocky. And that movie dealt with a nobody who decided to follow his dream, and he got a chance at greatness, and he went for it.
Yeah.
And at the end, he won by sticking to his guns. He didn't necessarily win the fight, but he became who he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the same arc in this one, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like
that is true.
He did get let go from this job, but he was his own man at the end.
Yeah.
And I guess that would be a split decision. That would be a tie. They both won. The jester guy at the work.
Jester.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what you call him. He's a jerk. You know, Walter wound up being who he needed to be, and then he made a choice.
And he stood up to him, too.
Yeah, and it was great. So, you know, there's a reason why those stories resonate and why you can take those themes and package them as different movies and they will still speak with you because there is a yearning in the human heart to matter and to have affected other people in a positive way because you were here. And that's one of the things that bring value and meaning to life is that you have been around other people and you're affecting them.
Yeah, I'm staring at the cover because this is just funny. Standing on a shark.
Standing on a shark waiting for his next thing.
I was thinking about that scene after he got on the boat, that they were just like, oh, you want a different bag? And I'm like, yeah, take that bag, but also bring the one with the shark bite in it, because that's cool. Hang it on your wall
I'd like
something.
to keep the shark bite briefcase.
Yeah, exactly. That would be so cool.
The way this film impacted me, it's a reminder of going after your hopes and dreams. It kind of hit me more poignantly now because I've been through what he's been through before, where another company comes in and they take over. The next step for my journey is to find the next job while continuing to pursue the dream that I have. And I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let it deter me. And so we want to encourage you too, you know. Those dreams need to be fought for. They're not going to happen on their own.
You need to fight for them too.
You do. And if you've got these ideas in your head that talk the language of your heart, and you can show those to people, inspire them and encourage them with your work, you've got to trust that it's going to happen, and you've just got to go for it. You know, I'm talking to myself here as well.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I need to do that because ultimately it is worth it, and it is somewhat of a legacy. You know, if you move on, you have artistic work that you've left that can touch people that you've never met. It really affected me a lot more deeply than I expected.
Someone out there is going to be inspired by what you have worked on, and because of that, they're going to make something great. It needs to be this perpetual motion of creativity, and we need to be the driving force. People who have this creativity, people who want to make these stories, people that want to create worlds and take people into them, they need to be the ones that continue this perpetual force of creativity.
We're going to continue working toward our goals. We're not in charge of the timetable, but we need to hold on to that hope. You can't let the world squeeze it out of you. You've got to,
because it'll do it that easily.
You've got to protect it.
And if you want to be a part of it, tell us. Like, talk to us.
Yeah.
If you want to possibly be a part of the team, talk about it. Tell us. Speak to us. We wish to speak with you. If we could have more people working on the short film, that would be great. Yeah. That would be really cool.
Because our goals are a short film that leads to a full-length narrative drama film.
Yeah.
And I know that you have characters and world building that you're doing.
Yes, I am. I will need help with that too.
Yeah. And she can talk endlessly, so I need another pair of ears.
I could literally talk about something for a whole day straight without breaks. Through, like, let's say I had a lunch break. I'd be talking through that lunch break about the same thing. Yeah, I'll tire him out really fast.
So if you like our content, I hate that word. Let's try that again. I hate that word.
We're making something.
We are going to edit that part out. So this is me reminding you to edit that part out.
No, I might leave it in because it's funny.
If you enjoy our videos.
Yes, if you enjoy what we're creating.
Please.
Like.
Share and
subscribe. It's sad. The subscribe button, you know, the one with the little bell. It's sad and lonely. Give it a good boop.
Boop.
Boop. That's what a boop is.
Wow. All right. Boop your subscribe. Let other people know about our channel. If this encourages you, if you enjoy our conversations, if you get something out of it, let us know in the comments. And this whole video was made based on a film suggestion from someone who commented on our page. So thank you very much.
Bring more ideas.
Until next time, we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, well, we're rolling. So, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Clap slate. Not at the same time, because it'll mess it up. Fine.
I felt very embarrassed at the end there.
Why?
Because I'm weird. And I just say things and...
Well, you're the editor, so you can choose what to keep and what not.
Yeah. I felt embarrassed. As more stuff was coming out of my mouth, I was like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Wait.
Help, I'm talking and I can't shut up.
Yes, exactly.
Someone stop her. Someone stop her.
Someone get the duct tape.
It's all right. I think a lot of people just have goofy, I guess, word barf.
Word barf.
And you just let it go. Bye again.
Bye again.
Is this the end credits thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably it.
All right. Bye.